In your wickedness, you have broken the ancient commandments and crafted a bond with one of the light. Our laws are clear. They demand you be eternally imprisoned. As for the impure child, she must be kept from the path of the dark arts forever.
What's going on, my fellow residents? It's me, TheFrozenCavern, and today we're going to begin our journey through Bayonetta, as the game just stated. Now I need to check the options real quick for things. Everything should be fine though, so we're going to make a new game. You will not be able to continue from your, that's a little, goodness.
A few moments later.
Okay, never mind, it's fine. I forget this game has multiple save files. Okay, I'm not going on hard though, because this game's quite difficult anyway, so I'm going on the normal difficulty. I'm just going to keep it on normal, because on hard this game is already hard enough. In a universe of light and dark, where perception is reality. Oh, I thought there was more. Okay, I guess my tone should have been different with that. Okay, so this beginning segment here is going to basically just be a little bit of a segment where you can just do whatever you want. It's not really teaching you how to play the game at all. And in the background, we'll have this little commentary here about, you know, the background of the story. But, you can just read the subtitles. And by the way, nothing really matters here. You can literally just do nothing and you'll still advance, so you don't really have to do anything. But just to have some form of excitement during this, I'm actually going to fight. We'll get more into specifics later, because the game will A, force us to, and B, you're gonna need to in order to actually get through this game pretty well. But again, for right now, not like it matters too much. I'm kind of just wanting it to... There we go. Finally. No, of course, and more. And I'm leaving this in, by the way, because, of course, it's somewhat important, and I guess would technically count as a cutscene, so, yeah, I'm gonna need to leave it in for you guys so that you guys can at least see the story from here. By the way, I'm wanting to hope that the gameplay isn't too loud for my TV so that it's not causing an echo. If it is, let me know, please, unless I notice it. Then, yeah, it's kind of obvious, but, I'm hoping it's not, because, like, for whatever odd reason, this game's kind of quiet, because on the setting that I usually have my TV on is kind of low, but, I had to turn it up a little bit, but I'm a little worried about the microphone catching it, so just let me know. Otherwise, we should be fine. And more fighting. By the way, this, the first time you'll play Bayonetta, it's a long intro. It's not like it's the worst thing in the world, it's just that, oh goodness, this first episode might just be long in general, because most Let's Plays usually don't have a long first episode, depending on the game you play, but this will more than likely be a long episode, just because of the beginning of the game. Like, the beginning of the game is literally like 10 minutes of cutscenes, so, you know, that's fun. And like I said before, this doesn't really affect anything, so, you know.
Rounding up the battle-weary witches with little resistance and subjugating those who wish to continue the struggle. Human faith in the miracles of their god pushed the witch hunts further, and soon the Umbra Witches, keepers of the darkness, were extinguished from the earth. All
By the way, you guys probably noticed this from Smash Brothers, because a lot of people know Bayonetta more from Smash Brothers than her original games. So, you know, have to introduce the people to Bayonetta, especially since Bayonetta 3 is going to come out at some point. I do find it interesting that they chose this for the actual stage to be in the game of Smash 4, but it's a little weird to me, but whatever. And oh goodness, okay, well, costume change, yeah, I'll get to that in a little bit. So, yeah, that was quite a bit long of an intro, but it's still not over yet. So, one thing I'm going to get to now is the costume change. But I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch version, I should probably point that out, and that's really the reason why this is showing up in the first place, because I don't think this is actually available on any other version other than the Wii U version, because that's the one that implemented this. But the Wii U/Switch version has these Nintendo costumes, one for Peach, one for Daisy, one for Link, and then one for Samus, and I'll get to those in later episodes. I'm just going to use the regular ones for right now. Well, the regular one, there's not more than one, for right now. So we'll get to the costume changes later, but for right now, we're just going to be going through the very first prologue episode. And again, goodness, this takes a long time to get through. Because cutscenes.
It looks like Humpty Dumpty's taking his last fall.
Yeah, that's a
Even
little
old
bit
man
disgusting.
The Destroyer gets scrambled in the end, right? You know, I still don't get why.
And by the way, even though they bring up Eggman, oh my goodness, my mom's kind of vacuuming right now, which is a little bit of an annoyance. But even though they bring up Eggman, they that kind of never gets explained ever. Not even in the second game is that explained.
People have been waiting for this asshole to get whacked for ages. Please. Now, look around. There's no love lost for old Humpty Dumpty. But you gotta keep the outfit happy. We don't take care of him, they take care of us. And I prefer my shoes made out of rubber, not concrete. But hey, it's that kind of town. Without good-hearted souls like us to put these bastards 6 feet under, where'd society be? Of course, the pay's not bad either. Jesus, you really get into this shit, don't you? If it were me, I'd be praying he ends up barbecue. Or at least sunny side up. You can keep praying, but the only way this guy's meeting the Lord is if God's hungry for breakfast. Speaking of hungry, we done here? My kids are baking me a birthday cake tonight. Cute little fuckers, I tell you what. Well then, Adios. What the fuck? They're here? For this douchebag? Ah! I hate this damn light. I can't see a thing. Oh! But they're there, ain't they? You hearing me? You can see them, can't you?
I see them. They are instruments of God, descending upon his heavenly rays to earth.
Oh my God!
Dear Lord, grant us guidance, and keep safe the souls of our loved ones for all eternity.
And say hello to the first enemies in the game, Affinity. I'm not gonna remember any of these names, by the way, because I don't. Except for, like, one, but there's a good reason for it.
You look tired. Let me tuck you in.
By the way, I'm more than likely gonna have a bunch of sound effects in this. Just saying that now. Especially with the kind of game that this is.
Next time you want me hands on you, you better make sure I'm dead. Now move out the way.
Whoa, Don!
If it ain't my good buddy Enzo, how about you get out of here? You die, and I'm gonna have to go back in that hole chasing after the money you want.
Do you naughty little angels deserve a good spanking?
You two don't kill me, please. Yeah, let's get this out of the way. So, yeah, there's quite a bit of, things to be mentioned about this game, and it was definitely a hot topic when, this game originally came out. So, yeah, and it's not really that much of one now, but... By the way, I'm pretty sure Bayonetta is actually designed by a woman, if I'm correct. I'll need to actually check up on that. And by the way, while this whole scene is a great spectacle to be had, goodness, I wish I was playing the game by now.
Now, this is cheeky. Throwing me these cheap toys.
Don't worry, you'll get the guns you're known for later.
I've got quantity.
By the way, Fly Me to the Moon. Actually, am I gonna get copyrighted for this? Because this Fly Me to the Moon? Maybe, potentially, I don't know. I probably should have started talking about it now. But this is actually based off of a song by, I'm forgetting the name. But I'll leave it alone.
You're just gonna watch. I'm putting you to the work. That was your last call. No more shots from me, Bayonetta.
By the way, Bayonetta is filled with stuff like that, where a random spotlight will show up out of nowhere. And finally we're in the game, and no, touch controls, no, actually I can't even use that, considering I'm recording, I have to have the switch in the dock in order to record, so that means literally nothing to me. So, let's go.
Nope.
Oh, okay, I was assuming that it wouldn't show me this, but anyways, so yeah, a little bit of a forced tutorial here. Teaching me how to punch and I pressed the wrong button. But again, it's teaching me all the controls despite me already playing the game, which kind of sucks. So, just do this and yeah, you can do a bunch of combos and I don't care about this. And here's the thing everyone despises, good old witch time. Okay, so, ow, I failed it. Nice. When you dodge at the last possible second, you'll activate witch time. Let me actually do it. There we go. And oh goodness, I should probably talk about the whole Smash Bros. Thing, especially while this is going on, because this is going to take a while. But anyways, yeah, a lot of people complain about Bayonetta in Smash Bros. And it makes sense, but at the same time, it's really a beaten horse by now. Like, I understand the struggle, but at the same time, I do wish people stopped complaining about it and actually, well, I can't say to actually do something about it, because I mean, technically complaining about it is also doing something about it, but it is a conversation that I hear so often, and it's not exactly one I like hearing anymore. But regardless, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the actual game that she's from. Alright, get over here, you. Oh my goodness, can you die? There we go. That took a while. But again, this little segment here is going to go on for a little bit of time because, well, enemies do take a little bit of time to actually defeat in this game, especially early on, but later on we'll be quite strong, and hopefully we won't be nearly as bad as we are now, and have a lot more abilities. By the way, again, I'm hoping that Fly Me to the Moon does not get me copyrighted. I have no idea, considering it is based off of another song, and I also just realized I have no health bar, so I don't think I can die here. Okay, there they are. And we have another new enemy that I don't think is gonna, yeah, it's not gonna tell me about him yet for some odd reason. They usually do that. Okay, well, this is the thing. Alright, mid-combo you can actually, like, do your shooting thing. I did that on complete accident, whatever that move was. Then we also have this little bullet climax move. Where, by the way, there's a lot of combinations in this game that you're able to do. So, this is one of them. And if the beautiful thing will stop getting in the way. Boom. Now imagine if Bayonetta had something like that in Smash Brothers. I'm telling you, in Smash Brothers, she is nerfed. Like, if you look at the powers that she has in both this game and the second game, like, she doesn't even use everything that she has in the series, much like a lot of characters do in the Smash Brothers series. But if she were to, there would be no reason to choose anyone that's not Bayonetta. There would literally be no reason. But then again, I think the same would kind of be for Cloud as well. But regardless, Bayonetta is literally like one of the strongest characters in Smash Brothers. Because imagine if she did have all the stuff that she did have. For those of you who have actually played Bayonetta and know exactly what I'm talking about. But for those of you that haven't, then oh goodness, you're in for quite a rude awakening. Because there's a good amount of stuff that Smash Brothers does not have for Bayonetta that would make her superiorly broken, well, more broken than she already is. Because, like, just from this episode alone, we have Witch Time, which works every time she dodges. It's not even like a specific move, it's literally any time she dodges. So, just imagine any time she dodged, it just instantly worked. Like, that would be awful. Just, Goodness. There's that, and then, what else does she have? She does have her, like, regular guns, which, well, yeah, she kind of does that as well. And it's really annoying, because it's actually based off of something that you can do in Bayonetta 2, which we're nowhere near right now. But, it's more based off of that. Yeah, so our friend down there just got taken away, so let's go and get him. Yeah, just hold it to extend my jump.
Ah! Damn it, who did that? I just bought the damn thing!
Haven't you figured it out yet? There's no quarter for you in this world.
And now it's time to take out the rest of these guys. Again, I don't think I can die here because I don't have a health bar, which you do have for like the rest of the game. So I'm thinking this is a no-loss scenario, but whatever. We'll just take these guys out for now. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. I'll take it. I think you can do that for almost any amount of time that you want, by the way. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know the complete ins and outs of this game, because doing that would drive me insane, more than likely, because of how somewhat difficult this game is. But it's still a fun game all around, so just need to take out these guys. And also, the big guy up there actually does have a health bar, because he's somewhat like a mini-boss, which is kind of weird for the first episode of the game. Well, it's also the prologue, which makes it even weirder, but whatever. He's almost dead. He's kind of just stunned in the background there, based off of one of our attacks that we did earlier. I'm just gonna shoot him real quick. He's not getting up. There we go. He kind of just wasn't getting up for the longest time. And I'll explain the whole medal system later on.
Should be paying me for even touching these toys.
You have any idea how much this is gonna cost to fix? How the fuck do I always get wrapped up in this shit?
Engine still purrs nicely. Now, about this little thing you've been looking into for me, Enzo. Let's have a quick chat.
See? This is why I told you I was going home. I just got held up in the air by some invisible things, and you want an
Yeah, you can't see the things we were just fighting.
Stops with you.
You keep belly aching like that, and you're liable to wake Eggman from the dead.
By the way, for the whole Eggman thing, again, like I said earlier, they don't ever explain that, but a lot of people just assume that it's related to Sonic, because for two reasons. One, Eggman, and you know, Eggman in the Sonic universe, and two, the currency in this game looks oddly similar to the currency, you know, in that series. But I guess a theory that I'm going to make right now is that in Sonic 06, Eggman actually does die at some point, so I'm assuming that it's based off of that, and like that ending became reality, and then this happened. Which is still weird for them both to be in the same universe, but whatever.
What? Don't you leave me here!
But yeah, and also now we're able to actually move around and test out combos. Too bad though, the Switch version actually loads really fast, which is good, but that also makes the whole combo screen useless because you barely have any time to actually practice combos.
It's gonna take every cent I earned on this charade to pay for the damage. I tell you what, if I could see them bastards that did this to my car, forget about it.
Enzo, the road. Pay attention.
How can you be so calm? You're still getting screwed in all this too. Of all the low-life scum in too deep in this town, I've never seen one get wrapped up in a fight with God's messengers. Dressed like a nun too. When you end up in the afterlife, that's not going to be pretty.
I can't help it if I like the little outfits. The toys are nice too.
20 years ago, you woke up stuck in a casket at the bottom of a lake. All you can remember is that you're a witch. But now, You're stuck because you gotta sacrifice our Halo-wearing friends every day, or they'll drag your ass back down to hell. I know, I thought I got screwed, but being forced to slap around the Divine for a living, that's really getting screwed.
If I needed a biographer, you wouldn't be my first choice. I see to the funeral. You get me the information I asked for. That was our deal.
Come on now! Look at my poor car! I'm working for free after this! At least let me get a drink at Rodon's before you start grilling me. The info I got is good. It's gonna get you close to finding the other stone in the pair and figuring out some of that lost past of yours. I swear. After jewels instead of cash, just like a girl. Jesus, can't you take a joke?
Enzo, someone's given you a present.
It's a good thing there's nothing in front of us, because they kind of weren't looking at the road for a good while.
Huh? What the fuck?
Also, this game tends to go into these, like, stop motion, type style of cutscenes, and it can be a little bit jarring sometimes, but it's an interesting style choice. But when it's only small scenes like that, then it's kind of like, why? Why even bother? I guess maybe money, but I don't know. I didn't work on the game, so I have no idea. I might want to mention we're also in Witch time right now, which is why the sides of the screen are still purple, which is a little effect that I like. It's a little detail, but it's nice to have those kind of details.
You? What's the matter, Bayonetta? All that sleeping made you soft.
But we're not actually fighting her, we're fighting everything around us. So we need to make sure we get all these torture attacks. However, getting torture attacks in this game is a little bit frustrating sometimes, because it's also based off of if you get hit. So, like, whenever you get hit, your meter will actually decrease a little bit, so you need to make sure that you do not get hit. Also, John is taking care of some enemies. Her name's John, by the way. I'll just mention that now. It's not like that's a spoiler at all. But, I'm gonna do that. Okay, got the bonus, but where's another one of these? Down here. But we need to make sure we do all these in a set amount of time, otherwise we will die instantly. Which is kind of dumb, but whatever. It's a sink or, what is it? Swim or sink situation, so you better learn how to swim. I'm not trying to, maybe I should actually use the lock-on, that way I'm not automatically trying to attack something else that I'm not wanting to attack. But there are also various torture attacks throughout the entire game. Oh no, we're not in Witch time anymore, for some odd reason. Okay, so for the last one, we actually have to do this with regular movement, I think. Or at least on this one enemy, because, okay, no, there's more enemies here. Oh, that's a lot more enemies too. But don't worry, John's able to take care of some of them. We still have to get the last one. Alright, you're almost there. Come on, we're almost there, give me the thing. And boom. Last torture attack, and we're done. I didn't even get a platinum. Yeah, of course, because of time. I took way too long. And again, like, that was actually the activation of Witch time right there, which is something I like. It's the tiny little details like that, and I love them a lot. So yeah, it's obvious that we have seen her before.
Those assholes sure know how to get attention. Even perk the ears of the hotheads down home.
You don't say.
It's getting harder and harder to tell the worlds apart. Human world. Inferno. Paradiso. Who can tell the difference?
Even harder with Purgatorio in the middle. Fight long enough in there and you'll really lose sight. Why the sudden interest in metaphysics?
It's a balance, right? Even if some of them like messing around with the humans, we've all got a stake in the status quo. But people keep fucking around like this, the Book of Revelations is gonna look like Mother Goose. Heaven and hell are gonna go straight for each other's throats.
Heaven and hell can tear each other to pieces for all I care. I've got my own problems to worry about.
Something's up. Everything was a bit too brazen, and Enzo's tip makes the timing too perfect. This reeks of a setup. Someone in one of those lost memories calling you out. I got a little present for you. These babies are special. Built from an alloy the devil himself would kill to get his hands on. Don't break these, 'cause they're one of a kind.
Calling me out? I don't go in for strange offers. Then again, I'm getting a little tired of these weaklings they keep throwing at me. Maybe I should aim for something a bit more high class.
Pounding them down tonight, baby. Not to butt into your affairs, but I'm pretty sure you got somewhere better to be. The guys you're up against aren't the type to wait for you to finish a round. Enzo, her drinks are going on your tab, buddy. You deadbeat motherfucker.
So, this was quite a long episode, but now we have the guns that Bayonetta is known for, and it's also on the actual, thumbnail of this video. By the way, that's probably going to be the only gold I get in this entire game, because, the ranking system in this game, goodness, I despise it. It's, like, the second game's way easier. Oh, right, we also have those. But, after every single level, we have this angel attack thing where we shoot angels. Yeah, gotta aim at him. Wow, there was actually a lot of description there. But, it's best to try and aim for the head. Oh, wait, Y to shoot. That's the button. There we go. Oh, I missed. What? No, get out the way. I'm trying to... Okay, I can't even move over there. Okay, I'm doing really bad so far. There we go. It's best to aim for the head. I'm surprised I hit that, but it's best to aim to the head because you get more points if you do that, and you'll get rewards if you aim for them and get more points. Okay, there we go. That was the last bullet, 43. That's actually not too bad. I think I'm actually able to get an item. Yes, I'm able to get one of these. Considering I have the points, I'm gonna get myself more health. Wait, ow. This is only effective during the next chapter. Okay, never mind. I thought it was like a health upgrade, but no, it was nothing like that. Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna get myself this. Because it's free and I'm gonna need it. But when you have extra halos, you can exchange those for just regular currency. Or extra points, you can exchange that for halos. But that was a long first episode. I think that's actually the longest first episode of any game I've Let's Played. But regardless, next episode we're going to be getting into Chapter 1, The Angels Metropolis. But until the next video, take care.